Hello everybody and welcome to our Facebook Live. We are today got a little launch and we've got our spot of colour. Now it is beautiful, it really is. We've got our lovely bird and our wreath for this one. So we've got Chipper and we've got our wildflower wreath. They are just beautiful. And also we've got them in different colourways as well, so that's a little bit exciting. So that really does change everything. So fabulously elegant. Right, so here we are, there they are. And when I turn them over, you're actually getting more than just the one die. So with our lovely little chipper, we've got our outside die. And then with the actual floral, the wreath, we have got an outside and an inward die. So we can make frames and also apertures and things like that, which I love an aperture. So we get to make shaker cards, which is just wonderful. So that's the actual dies. Okay, then as I was saying, we've got different colorways. So these are just beautiful. I've already cut some of these. So these are on our website. Okay, so you want to go on to highlightcrafts.com and pop in the collection, and that's where you're going to find these colorways. Super easy to do. So we've got a beautiful pink. There you go. There you can see. There's Chipper and there's our wildflower wreath. And look at all the colorways you can get. They are just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Hi Louise. How are you? Thank you for joining us. So we've got a pink, which is lovely. My favourite has got to be the blue, because it's just glorious colour. And then again, yeah, now I'm hard stuck for choice because the oranges, these are my natural colours that I'm drawn to. So these russet colours, so they're a bit more autumnal. So those are the three colourways. So we've got a lovely pinky lilac, we've got the blue, and then also the light rustic orange. And then to complement them, our lovely Chipper. Look at him, isn't he just adorable? He really is sweet. We've got him in two colourways. So he's got the blue tinge in him. So this is going to go with your brighter colour tones. And then we've got this lovely brown one, which will go with your more neutral colour tones. So again, fabulous value for money to actually get different colourways. Now we've had some wonderful samples. So first of all, I want to say a great big thank you to our design team. We have samples from Steve and our lovely Louise, and also our lovely Vicky as well has done some samples for us. So a great big thank you for you guys. So this is a little bit different, and I like it when we've got something unusual, and it is actually straight. That's how the card will stand up, because it opens like that. How different is that to be able to have, this is, so we're thinking it's a wreath. We've got a wreath here, Amanda. We've zipped into it and made some corners. So that is fabulous. So lots of different ways of being able to use this. So here we have now, look at this, this is lovely. So we've got quite a few samples. You can always tell when they love it because we get lots of samples. So using an acetate in the background and then building up again. But again, it is a wreath, and you can see the versatility and the snippability of this collection because they've snipped into this, and look, we've got our lovely Chipper just popped in a few places to bring it to life. Isn't that just wonderful? So that's another one. Then we've got, oh, so I've actually done them in colourways as well. So we've got this one again, and Chipper, look how Chipper actually blends in beautifully with this one. It is gorgeous. So on this one, it's actually a little stepper card. Isn't that beautiful? So here, easel card, sorry, excuse me. So then Chipper is being used as the stopper because he's been popped on some silicone. But then inside, here's where you can see how those dies work. And I'm going to bring them in here. Just excuse me, Chipper, while I just move you to one side. This is how the dies work, look. So I'm going to get a white piece of cardstock and we'll cut one out just so it's a bit easier because it's so easy, much easier to show. Okay, so on the actual die, we've got the outer die. We have got the actual detail die. So I'm going to pop that down. And then the third die we've got is what we would create that frame with. So what I would do is pop that down like so. I'm going to capture that outside frame and also the inside frame, frame like so. and then you can lift out that. Now I've left the frames in place because by taking that out and using that, I've used that to line both pieces up, okay? So thank you, Marion, that's lovely. Oh, bless you, you've ordered yours already. Well, I can guarantee, as I am aware that, or you may have been aware if you've watched me before, the actual product and everything's through that wall just behind me. It's all in there. So as your orders are coming in, it will be on its way out practically straight away. So that's fabulous, isn't it? So let me get some tape. I'm just going to tape this down so it's a little bit more secure. So as you saw, all I did was use the detail die to be able to line these up, okay? So now pop that in there and cut that out, and that way you're going to be able to see what I mean by the frame. So you're actually getting two frames. You're going to get the beautiful detailed wreath, which is the artwork and the reflections that you can get off the website, but then also with that you can actually do this with the two other dies that creates this wonderful frame. And also you're going to be able to create that aperture. So here we are. Take away my two pieces. So that is one. And there is the frame, okay? So how wonderful is that? So that on its own, to cut that out as I have done, then get your frame and lay that up on top like so. And then, just as a little sample so you can see, we could pop this. So if you could have bought flowers or something for somebody, your seed packets. And you don't have to have your actual design on something right in the middle, okay? Move it around and see where it suits you. So having it off to the edge, because then you could do the same thing again, snip into these onto a little tag and have the tag here hanging off the bag. So your actual floral will be down here and you've got your tag here. So then it's actually keeping it quite balanced. So that's one little idea for you. And then as the team have already shown us to snip into this and to use it to create corners, I've got one of our fabulous apertures. And it's so easy. We're literally just going to snip out that leaf there, like so. And then I'm going to snip away that one. And I'm going to take that flower out. So this could be a card. So now we're thinking, a piece of home decor. So this could be a photo. A wedding photo would be beautiful. And I've only snipped into that two places. And I've framed that, and then snip into them again and layer them up and decoupage all these pieces. Aren't they just beautiful? They're so versatile, okay? So now, so that's just a couple of ways of actually using it. So that was our lovely easel card. Isn't that just adorable? Love that. So that's how you would go about making that. Then we've got, look at this. Look at all that. I know a shaker card is a flare, sorry. So we've got a lovely shaker card, and this is so clever because they've used the outside die, which is the larger one of the actual wreath, to cut this out. They've then done the detail, stuck that on, but they've doubled it, so it's on the background as well. So when you look through, it looks like a deeper reflection. It is absolutely beautiful. And then all of the workings are on the inside. So that's our lovely Vicky Derrick that's done that one for us. That's a super clever way of using it. And I do love a shaker card. Then a couple more. Teaming it with your other dies. So all your other dies that you've got in your collection. This is one of our newer frames with a little robin's feet on. So they are also on the website. But how cute is that? And again, similar kind of idea, cutting the middle out. So you could cut the middle out and have that as an open. So that is actually an aperture. So when it opens, you could have something on the inside of the card as well. making it into lovely home decor as well. So you'll also find the Craftmaster frames on the website too. So turning them into a little bit of home decor. Snipping them down, and again, another little easel card, but then making the wreath bigger. So rather than having the smaller wreath, this has been enlarged and made bigger. So again, so much versatility. And these are some of my favourites. So this is just the sweetest thing ever. Look at this. So imagine receiving a gift. So such as, well, for myself, I do a little bit of knitting and crocheting. So I would probably crochet a little bit of a gift for Christmas or something, or somebody's birthday. And what a box to be able to pop a gift into that's got something like this around the edges. Isn't that just beautiful? And this is Louise. I thought this was Louise's. How beautiful is that? Absolutely exquisite. We've got all the little birds in there. Beauty, and again, just wonderful. But how, again, treating that as if it was a card on a topper, it looks really 3D, but it's all flat. So it would look lovely, and it still folds flat for to go in the post. So we're all thinking about that at the moment, posting things, aren't we? This I've got actually as a demo, so I can actually show you how to put this one together. Again, using our lovely little robin's feet frames, snipping into it and just manoeuvring it, making it more 3D, and a fuller wreath by doing this. Gives you more depth as well. So we're going to do that one as a demo. That's again the lovely Louisa's. And then finally, a lovely twisted easel. So teaming it up again, we've got the little bird in the bottom that's creating that stopper, but look at this. Look how fabulous that wreath is. Isn't it just gorgeous? It really is beautiful. And not much snipping to get all of this depth and dimension either, because it's just how it's been designed. It makes it super, super easy. So those are the actual dies, and that is the collection. Then we'll go on to bring in the demo. So like I say, everything you can find on our Highlights Crafts website. So it's highlightcrafts.com. Okay, and everything all your reflections and everything are on there. So remember, you've not just got the one colourway, we've got the 3 colourways on there as well. So here we have, look at these, aren't they just delightful? Absolutely delightful. So the lovely Louise did this for me. So we've got our frame, which is going on first. There is a piece of acetate here. So we've got a circle of acetate. Then we've got our little lovely robin's feet on here. So that's where I'm going first with this. I'm looking for my thinner acetate, which is thinner red liner. And just going to pop it in a couple of places to secure this in place. And then that attaches the frame, and then this rectangle piece that I've got to one side is going to be the actual card base at the back. So that's what we're going to be able to stand it up with. But we could also change this up and have 2 pieces of acetate and turn it into a shaker, or even do it that it's double-sided. And we would then be able to have it in a window. Wouldn't that look beautiful, hanging in a window? So I'm taking away my red liner tape, like so. Hello to everybody that's just joining us, and very welcome to join us as well. This is our new lovely spot of colour collection. There we go. So now I've finished that, I've done that. Then this is where I'm going to bring in, look at this, aren't these just delightful? They're absolutely gorgeous. And I'm not super good on my flower names. You're probably there shouting away at me. That's a so-and-so. I think that's a chrysanthemum. And it could be a poppy. But as far as that any further goes, I'm not totally sure. So to adhere this on here, I'm going to use 3D foam tape. Oops. I don't know what's happening there. Let's try another one. That's better. Pop a little bit of tape on here, just in a few places, and like so. I'm going to poke all these little pieces out, just get all rid of all my little inserts like so. There we go. It's super easy to do as well if they get caught. There we go. Now this one is going to sit on top. Now I'm just going to use my fingers, a little bit of shape in here like this. Take my tape off, and that's my first layer. Okay, and then my second one I'm going to place, but I'm going to move it round a little bit so they're not directly on top of one another. By doing that, it's going to add more depth and dimension, and it makes it a fuller wreath, so it'll look a lot more full. So I'm going to turn that around like so. That is going to sit on there, and then I'm going to do exactly the same thing with this one. Okay, I'm going to pop tape on like so, but I'm going to double this up because I'm also going to add a lot of height to it, and by doubling the tape up and adding height is also going to give that image of it being a lot fuller, a lot more a deep, you know, a lot more, well, just a lot more of the wreath. Okay, and finally, and then take those off, and then remember we have got, oh, isn't he adorable? We've got our lovely chipper, and he really is exquisite. So we've got two colourways of chipper. You can see here, got that lovely blue, that fabulous rusty colour, more neutral. He is adorable. Okay, now bringing back in my wreath. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to line it up as if it is on top, but then I'm going to turn it a quarter of a turn like so and lay that down. And can you see the difference that's made? It's really made it look full, so it looks like a really full wreath. Then we've got our lovely little birds, and he is going to go on. We're going to have both of them. I'm going to go with a little bit of the blue because the blue one is going to mix in really well with these lovely blue feathers. So we've not just got in our wreath, they're actually feathers as well. They're not just florals, which make it super cute because it's as if the little birds, it's their home. So pop a little bit of foam tape on both of these like so. Again, I'm going to say hello to everybody that's joining us. If you've only just logged on, I don't know where you all are in the world today. There you go. So that is our actual wreath. Now to make this stand up, this is the clever thing that our lovely Louise has done. We need that to stand up, and obviously it would spoil the illusion if it was made out of card, if we could see a white stand there. So the lovely Louise has actually done it from acetate. So this is going to be the card stand. So she's already cut that out for me. And I'm literally, this is our construction acetate. And again, everything for this, the acetate, the little robin's feet frames, because we've got square and we've also got the circles. They're all on our website and they're on highlightcrafts.com. Okay, so if you pop in the actual frames, they're also there. So you could actually make all of this particular project by popping all these items into your basket. And also we've got our foam tape and everything on there as well. So to finish this off, put a little bit of red liner tape. Now acetate's best friend is red liner tape. It doesn't particularly like glue, especially wet glue. Silicone is fine. The 3D glue gel is wonderful. Our lovely Pinflair 3D glue gel. And this, but normal tape and normal glue, normal PVA glue, it doesn't like. It actually just pings off. So you need a strong adhesive, and especially with this construction acetate, because it's super strong. So instead of trying to fight with it, as I knew I will, I know I've got my robins the right way up. I'm just going to flip that over, and I'm going to position like so. And then that, oh, look at that. Isn't that adorable? So if we have that from the front, there you go, you can see how lovely is that. So that is our beautiful Pop of colour. Isn't that lovely? It's a fabulous collection. It really is. The versatility and the samples that I've already shown you, turning them into corners, making apertures, making frames with them. It's just an adorable collection. So, oh my, wow. So this is yours today. Our Club Highlight members. So welcome all you Club Highlight members. So you're going to get your points for your actual purchasing today. It's £20.69. Okay, the normal bundle price is £22.99. So you've got a good saving on there. So oh yeah, normal price is £27.98. So that's even better saving, isn't it? So our Club Highlight members are going to enjoy that and also be earning their points with that as well. So it is a fabulous collection. I know you're all going to love it when you get it home, and it will be winging its way out the building very, very soon. So sorry, Andrew's laughing at me because I said wingy and there's a bird. I didn't actually do that input. That was not done on purpose at all. So again, shall we show you some of the inspiration, because the team have done a fantastic job with this. So very quickly, look at this. Aren't these just stunning? Look at the little bird. They are beautiful. Again, thank you to Louise, Vicky and Steve for doing these for us. Extending that actual wreath and making it bigger, snipping into it. The snippability and the versatility of this is just wonderful. And having those colourways, aren't they? Look at that. That really just sing off the page. It's stunning. And then again, we've got the aperture in the middle. So remember that little tip that I showed you at the beginning. By using your... remember to use your detail die to line up your two other dies to be able to create a frame. And it's the same when you're doing your aperture. I would lay your detail die down on your card the right way up where you want it before you inlay this to tape it down to create an aperture in a card. Then we've got, look at this, that our lovely Vicky's done for us. Isn't that just beautiful? So when it's stood up, all in the bottoms, all sparkly, stunning. Another one that I just love, and again this is taking the actual inward and outward, so it's creating that actual frame that we showed you. Again, another little easel card in a different colourway. All the colourways that have been used as well are beautiful. Look at this. Doesn't that just sing? It really does. These two, you can actually hear them. If you listen carefully, you can hear them singing. Again, stunning. Another great big thank you for you all joining us. And this, another shape card, a little bit different because you would stand it and open it like so. But again, using it as corners, snip into it and changing it. But one of my favourites has got to be, oh, isn't that just stunning? So also we've used it quite a few different ways. So we've done card making, we have actually done a gift bag, we've got frames for home decor, and then we've also got this beautiful gift box. And if I tip that like that and just move it round, aren't they just beautiful? The colour is spectacular. So again, you've got those 3 different colourways, so you could have a blue one. You could even make these and have these on your craft stall, all in multicolours, and it's just all from one die. So that is fabulous, isn't it? So I hope you're going to enjoy our lovely pop of colour. So that's the end of our little Facebook Live, and we'll see you all again soon. You take care. Bye.